Greetings, fellow cosmic explorers. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the mysteries of the universe. Today, we have something truly extraordinary in store for you. Join us as we embark on an enlightening journey with the esteemed Andromedan extraterrestrial contactee, Alex Collier. But before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon for notifications. Oh, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's get ready to expand our horizons together. Sit back, relax, and listen to Alex Collier on why the truth of our reality is being kept secret from humanity.
Hi, Alex. Why are there those who think they have the right to decide when we, the people, will be ready to receive all the truth about anything and everything? How can we know if we are able to handle the truth if we're being kept in ignorance of that very truth? How does sovereignty fit into this decision to keep things from people who are deemed not ready? By the way, I appreciate you and the fact that you believe in humanity enough to tell us the truth. Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome. That's a great question. I am probably going to get into a lot of trouble giving you this analogy. But this is the analogy that I'm going to use because I know that this will hit home with a lot of people, not only here in the States, but globally. Let us say that we have that the world has two political parties. One political party is constantly saying that the other party are horrible, they're racist, they're cruel, they're misogynists, they hate old people, yada, 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 yada. And the very same people who are telling you this are, in fact, the people who control slavery, owned slaves, enslave people, destroy countries, control, literally, the trafficking of human beings on the planet, are corrupt beyond comprehension, but they're the ones doing all the talking. On the other side, you have another group who are definitely not perfect, but are simply not the fighters or as cruel in their presentation as the other side. And they appear very weak because they try to do things the right way. Not always, but they try to. They try to do things the right way. And they're quiet about how they do things. They're not as flashy or as show off. But nonetheless, they don't have the cojones to actually stand toe to toe with this other side and call bullshit on bullshit, or totally call them out for who and what they are. Now, most of humanity will look towards those who appear to have the strength, not understanding the genuine psychology of this group that appears to have strength. But what they hear is the narrative. They hear the narrative, the narrative, the narrative. And because they portray all this strength, there are people that move to that side because they see the other side as being very weak. Not realizing that this other side clearly sees their flock as sheep. Clearly see them as sheep. And once they're in, they're treated like sheep. Well, what you have to do is you have to separate the sheep. You have to let the sheep come to the conclusion, to the awareness that they're not sheep at all. They're wolves, they're lions, they're lionesses, and they're knights. That's a process. That's a process. That process is nearly complete now. I'm literally, this could happen this afternoon. That's how close we are to this. This is why everybody's talking about false flags, because we're there on a consciousness level. Enough of the sheep have moved away from this narrative, and they're beginning to see things as they really are. But they're not flocking to this other group, and they don't need to. What they're doing is they're becoming lionesses. They're becoming lions. They're becoming knights. They're becoming sovereign. They realize that there's a problem on both sides. So what do you do? What do is you dissolve the parties. You dissolve that which doesn't work for you. The institutions that are corrupted, you get rid of them. You dissolve them. And the best way to do that is to never give it any power anymore. You just dissolve it. It goes away by itself. It cannot exist without our attention, our focus, or our wealth or our money. It just goes away. And that's what's happening. On the world, as the world it is today, the body politic is going to go away. It's going to collapse on itself because all these structures that we gave our power to are absolutely corrupt. And now humanity is withdrawing that itself from it. And we're going to be creating something completely different. Something completely different. And you might be surprised how far down the road we are. Now, this declaration, the second Declaration of Independence, this man of God thing, which I have not read yet, these are indications that humanity is moving in a different direction. Okay? When these things physically manifest, that's because we're calling it forth. We are creating a new domain of knowing. Going back to what the A's had said 30 years ago, we are creating a new domain of knowing because what we created originally has been corrupted and now it needs to go away, and it is going away. So we are creating something new. It's exciting times, folks. You know, if you don't listen to the narratives and you just see what's coming about, the direction humanity is going, it's all promising. I mean, we're building and creating a new future. We are drawing it to us. Where we have to grow into it is that we, all of us, have to take responsibility for it. There is no more victimhood after this. You understand? There is no more victimhood. We will own this, what we're creating, because this will be us. This will be humanity creating what's coming, this future that we're building, that we are calling forth to us, this new domain of knowing. Okay, the ET bullshit, the dark side, all that's going away. It's falling away because it was corrupt. It was designed to enslave, and it did its job very, very well. But once it's gone, once it's collapsing, and it is, we're no longer victims. So we're going to have to drop that from our vocabulary. No more victims. Humanity is going to have to step forward and man up and woman up. And we're going to be given the tools to do that. But understand something. When I say that they're going to watch us and see how we act with each other without being manipulated, that's exactly what they're going to do. Are we going to turn on each other? Are we going to continue to go to war with each other? Are we going to starve out each other? Are we going to feed off of each other? Are we going to terminate each other? That's what they're going to be looking for. Because there's always other places to colonize. There are always other planets and other ways to explore off-world. That technology is readily available already. But it's how we act. It's our behavior. If we cannot teach and live with each other with respect, why would they allow us to go anywhere else and act like assholes out there? Won't happen. It won't happen. But we're going to be given this opportunity because we've earned it. We deserve this opportunity. Other civilizations that were captured, that are now free, they're going through the same process. Some of them are way ahead of us. Hopefully there will be some mentoring where they can come down and share their experience and we can relate to that experience and figure out ways to transition our own race to higher ground. Not give our power away, but to transition all of humanity to higher ground. By empowering ourselves, by learning mutual respect, for having compassion for each other, for watching each other's back. A good example of not watching each other's back, we have nearly 60, 70,000 homeless veterans in this country. People who went overseas. Just in the United States, we have homeless veterans all over the world who were called to a task, who stepped up, whether they were drafted or whether they volunteered, who stepped up. And when they got home, no one gave a shit. We have homeless families on the streets, whole families with children. It's an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. starvation. It's an absolute disgrace. But, when our government is paying farmers to destroy their fields of food, it's an absolute disgrace. This is what I'm talking about. Shit like this. Are we going to fix it? Are we going to fix it once and for all, planet-wide? Are we going to come to terms with homelessness once and for all? Are we going to end starvation once and for all? These are things we have to do. These are things we have to commit to. Why? Because we have got to watch each other's back. If we won't do it here, what's going to happen when we go out there? You see? If we're not morally just here, we will not be morally just out there. Because it's a cultural thing. It's a spiritual thing. And the more we get out there, the more we're going to realize God's very real. Very real. There is no other explanation for the wonders and the amazing things that lie off this planet. Even the things we see on this planet. It's hard to describe. It is nothing short of wondrous and miraculous. But that wondrous and that miraculous has to be within ourselves as well. Love thyself. It all starts there, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts there. Love thyself. You just have to figure it out. You just have to figure it out. And whatever you've been told as a kid, whatever anybody else has said, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. You just got to let it go. You have to know. You have to know yourself. Who and what you are. And you have to know that. And if you know it, doesn't matter what anybody else says. They can go fuck themselves. If you know that you're righteous and you're doing the right thing and you're allowing your heart to lead, and in most cases you will be doing the right thing, it's not to say we won't make mistakes. We have nowhere else to go but up. All of us. Some of us are already there, but not enough of us. But if we work together, if we communicate with each other, and I mean listen, okay, not all mouth, but listen to each other, and we drop the victimhood bullshit, all of us, we're going to be fine. Okay, we're going to be fine. We have to become lions. We have to become lionesses. We have to become knights. We have to become angels. We have to be all those things we already are that we just don't remember. Your soul is inhabiting this body. When you leave this body, you're still a soul. You will choose another form somewhere else in another time, in another dimension. But the experiences that you are having now here on Earth, in this physical realm, you will take this experience with you wherever you go after this. And this experience that we are all sharing now is probably a one-off. Nothing like this may ever happen again. Just may not. So let's be dedicated to the change. Let's be dedicated to what it is. Let's give everything we have to making this thing turn out right, the way it should. To take all of humanity and future generations as forefathers and foremothers to the next level, to the higher ground. Okay, that was long-winded.
Thank you for joining us on this awe-inspiring cosmic adventure with Alex Collier. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and clicking that bell icon to receive notifications of future uploads. We truly value your engagement, so please take a moment to share your thoughts, questions, and ideas in the comments below. Remember, it's through these connections and conversations that we continue to grow and evolve until our paths cross again. Keep exploring the cosmos and embracing the infinite possibilities that await us. If you would like to see the latest information from Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.